Hello, this is Longest Day, and we're going to take a look at the Orange Bowl and look at our Yellow Jackets and slow things down a little bit. They just run our offense so quick that it's hard to see in full speed. We're going to slow it down and see if we can give you a little insight what's going on. All right, as you can see, we're in our tight set. You can see both wide receivers are here on the end. Go ahead and start this play off. It's just going to be a rocket toss. And what happens is this guy comes across the line real quick. It's a very hard block since he's coming straight across, and we're not actually able to pick him up. So first play, not good for us, but we do make up for that a little later. All right, so this is our traditional set right here. We'll go ahead and start this play off and see what it is. And it's going to be a triple option, it looks like. First thing the quarterback is going to do is he is looking at this defensive end, what the defensive end is going to do. And his shoulders are turned inward. And so that helps him know that he's going to take the B-back. So if that defensive end is going to take the B-back, he's not going to give it to the B-back. He pulls it. And of course, if you look right here, he takes the B-back. So that's perfect. Okay, the next guy up that's going to be optioned off, it's going to be this guy right here. I do want to note we've got a wide receiver coming in here to block on the inside. But we're going to option this guy off. If he takes the quarterback, he's going to pitch it. If he takes the A-back, he's going to keep it. So let's see who he takes. He takes the quarterback. So he's taking the quarterback, so the quarterback's going to pitch. So he pitched out here. You're going to see a great block. We have a block going on right here. You're going to see a good block by Andrews right here. Takes that guy out. I love it. What a great block. Perkins has a great run. You can see we still have some blocking going on downfield here. It's perfect. And make some great yards. All right. So that was the first triple option. It looked real good to me. So I think it looked real good to Paul. Let's see if he runs it back the other way. So it's going to be a triple option the other way. All right. So let's look what's going on here. What's this guy going to do? His shoulders turn inward. Is he going to take the B-back? If you look right there, he takes the B-back. We pull it. So the quarterback keeps it. You see this guy right here takes the B-back, so we're going to keep it. You see Andrews is coming up. He's going to block this guy. This is our next option man. Comes up right here. Pitch it. In fact, they were a little light on this side of having the correct number of people. We almost didn't need to even block him. We had an extra blocker right here. So he takes the quarterback. We pitch it out. And again, we have some great blocking by wide receivers going on. Almost make a touchdown out of that. All right, here we go. Let's see what this play is going to be. It's going to be, I call it, it's a counter dive, but it looks like it's going to be, it's based off the rocket toss. So it looks like you're going to rocket toss out this way. You're going to toss it to the A-back over here. So you're trying to get everybody to kind of go this way. Flow to the outside, and you're gonna hit a hole right through here. So we fake the rocket toss, ends up being a B-back dive. You can see this guard right here. It's going to pull over. He's supposed to kick out. Kicks out. You have a great little block going on right here. Watch this block right here. He's going to come through and block this guy. This guy's going to the outside because he's seeing the rocket toss, and that should leave Days some room to kind of come up there and make the touchdown. So that looks great. We're going to keep on going, and we're going to skip a series here, series that ends up stalling out. We're going to go ahead and look at the next series I'm going to look at, which I would call the counter option. So we're going to look at, instead of the triple option, this series utilizes the counter option a lot. We're going to start off with a rocket toss. So it's just a rocket toss. You can watch the defense flow this way pretty good. And what we really have to seal. So this is a pretty decent seal right there. We got a pretty good block going on right here. And we end up making some reasonable yards on that rocket toss. A rocket toss is really good. It gets people flowing. If you can get people flowing to the outside, you can open up the inside. You can open up the backside. So if you can get people flowing one way and then do a counter option back the other way, that's really good. So this is a counter option. So you can see right here, the A back here is coming this direction. The QB is turning and looking like the play is going to go in this direction. See? QB's turned. All right, so what I want you to do is now pay attention to the backfield. What are these guys, these three linebackers, what are they doing? So you see this guy right here? See him running this way? He's already taken 2 steps, 2 or 3 steps this way. This guy only takes 1 step, so he's doing a pretty good job of not overflowing. So now if he takes a step forward, then we've got him. Because the closer he is in the line, we're going to get around him on the outside. But he takes a step kind of laterally and is able to flow back the other way. Now the next thing to look at is we got a pulling guard right here. He's going to pull out. He's supposed to seal this guy, and he does. You also have an A-back right here, Andrews. I can't tell you enough about Andrews. Andrews is going to be a force next year. I'm so glad he's on our team. He's really coming in with his blocking. He makes a great block. So you have 2 good blocks right here. If you want to see their numbers, 78 and 3. That's Braun making a good block, And this is your option guy. So you've countered this way, trying to get people flowing the wrong direction, especially this Mike linebacker. Then you're going the other way. You make your blocks on the end, and you have one guy you haven't blocked, and you're going to option him off. Of course, he's going to take, his shoulders are turned outside, letting him know that he's going to take the A-back. So you see there's a little bit of fake pitch there, a little bit of fake pitch, just to get this guy on the outside, and he turns it in. Ends up making a first down on that one. So that's the counter option. So we did a rocket toss one way, counter option the other way. Try to get those guys flowing the wrong way. All right, what's this next play? This looks like it's just going to be a straight up dive. And a dive is just basically you're going to hand it to the B-back. Everybody has someone to block right here. And you're just going to try to push him off the line right here. And it looks like, you know, he's going to go off his inside hip because that's where the leverage is, where this guy is lined up. Pretty good right there. All right, just a straight up dive. All right, we'll go ahead and start this one off. And if you look, it's going to be a counter option. So it looks like everything, you know, the A-back was coming in this direction. The quarterback turns in this direction. So let's see what happens to this linebacker right here. Look, he's flowing hard to the outside. He's taking himself out. Let's watch this other linebacker. We'll see what he does. One good hop inside, so that's going to slow him down some. So we did pretty good there. But this is what happens. On this one, we don't quite make our block right here. He's able to defeat that block. We have another block right here that's not able to be made, and that just leaves too many people. And of course, if you have too many people, you have 3 tacklers and 2 runners, you're outmatched. So again, there's nothing wrong with that play. We just gotta execute like we did the first time. So let's see what happens here. This is going to be one of those, looks like a fake rocket toss right here. And it looks like it's going to be a fake, you know, what I'd call a counter dive back in this direction. So the quarterback is turning in this direction, right? But the dive's actually going to end up going this way. So that's why I call it a counter dive. It's going counter to the direction the QB is turning. It also looks like it's going to be a rocket toss. So, you know, it's got that fake rocket toss, counter dive is what I call this. And then it actually ends up into an option. So this is something I haven't seen this season, and basically we just turn it into just a double option. There is no option. There's no read off of this guy. It's not intended. He's supposed to be a blocker. So we're going to run it out. We get a good block right here. You want to see who that is? That's Braun making a good block right there. Then you have Bostic making his block right here. You know, JT is going to turn it inside. Looks like he's going to turn it inside. This is your option guy. And he comes up and he pitches it, and you know, BJ turns in. He's not sure what he's going to do, and ends up taking that guy out. The pitch does pretty good, and we make reasonable yards right here. So that's a play I haven't seen. It's that fake rocket toss counter dive turned into basically a double option. All right, let's go ahead and see what this one is. You know, we've done a lot this year where we've done sort of a lead option is what I'd call this. This would end up being a double option. This guy would turn this way, and basically JT could keep it or pitch it, but this ends up looking like it's going to be a pass play. So go back, and it ends up being a pass play. And so we'll see everybody's covered, but you know, I think it's a called QB run right here. He just does a good job finding his way through, makes some good yards, goes out of bounds, don't take the hit. You need to save yourself. You got a long game ahead of you. All right. Moving on down the field, see what this next play is. Again, look, it's set up the same way, and we have a lead basically option out of this play, or it could be a pass play, or it can be a QB run play. But this one's obviously a pass play, and we're just not able to get the ball off quick enough before he's tackled. We're not able to. Right here, this guy right here ends up getting through and tackles. I'm going to say the offensive line has done an excellent job in pass protection. You know, no one's perfect, but this year they've really done a great job in giving JT time. Our offensive line really needs some recognition for the job they're doing this year. I really appreciate it. And these videos aren't meant to point out any errors. They're just trying to give people an idea of a little insight to kind of build the knowledge base so that you can be excited about our offense, because it really is an exciting offense. All right, so right here, we got this little counter move right here, counter option. So if we're doing a counter option, let's see what's going on. So let's watch this Mike linebacker. What's he doing? Now he's not fooled at all. This guy is not fooled at all. He's not flowing. He's going in the right direction the whole time. This guy has been pretty good all game, and he actually takes 2 steps in the wrong direction, which is good. It gets him out of the play. So we got a block right here. That goes good. We should have another block coming up right here. You know, it looks like there's some sort of, you know, a lot of times what will happen is they'll have some communication or a change of blocking scheme. The wide receiver will come in and block the safety, and the A-back will block the corner. But in this case, you can look right here, he's going to block the corner as well. And we had the wide receiver blocking the corner. So it looks like this guy is going to be the option guy in this particular case. I can't, you know, is this a bad play? Is it messed up? You know, I don't think it's running perfectly. You know, this guy ends up being blocked anyways. The wide receiver's not trying to block him, but he kind of runs into the wide receiver because he's too busy looking at the quarterback. So we end up getting a block on him anyways. We get a block on this guy. He's taken the A-back, so JT has to keep it. So this play is not developing perfectly, but JT and the team end up making some great yards out of some a play that's just not developing correctly, I would say. You know, that's one thing. I think we have some great players coming in 2015, some good fresh players. But, you know, knowing when to block, having that experience, having things kind of go wrong and knowing what to do is huge. So they got some big shoes to fill from all these seniors that are leaving. So it looks like, again, we got a counter option. Counter option this time. Let's see what's happening. You got a different guard in here that's pulling right here. And let's see what's going on. There's something that's really interesting with this play. It's not a counter option. It's a pass play. So this guy is pulling anyways, and he doesn't have anybody to block. These guys are doing a great job of holding their own. And you have a lot of people flowing to the outside thinking that this is going to be a counter option, which is great. But we want to look at right here. This guy is wide open. He's going to be open. He's running down the field. He's open right here. And then the next person who's you know, he's got his guy beat by a little bit, but you can see this guy is really open. But we end up throwing it to Waller. Waller does a great job making the catch right here and makes the touchdown. So that's the end of this first series. I hope you enjoyed it. We went through, we got to see the triple option in the first series, and in this series was more about the counter option. So I think that's Paul trying to say, look, you know, we're going to show you triple option one way, give you a rocket toss one way, get you flowing in those directions, then we're going to come back in the next series and go back the other way. So I also want to point out in this particular one right here, counter option, you know, the last 2 times in a row, this guy, the Mike linebacker hasn't been fooled. So he hasn't been flowing as hard. So we're kind of setting up tendencies. And, you know, if we set up tendencies on a counter and he's not going to flow, we're going to take advantage of that with the rocket toss. All right, I hope you enjoyed this series, and I look forward to doing the next.